So we're going to try and keep that win streak going. Apparently, despite being a win streak, we did not reach the Act 1 boss last time. So let's see if we can find an elite snipe. 3 fights before him, so no snipe there. 3 fights on that path, 3 fights on this path, so there's no snipe. And therefore, probably no point in going for Niaz Lament. There's 4 elites available on the left. Maybe that's how we died last time. We have to go through either 5 fights or 4 fights in a shop to get there, though. 5 fights and then 4 elites is kind of nuts. But at the same time, I kind of dig it. We get extra max HP, we go to a fire here, heal up. It's really just, can we survive 5 fights and then an elite? We should be able to handle the 3 elites after that. Maybe, I don't know. Having no choices is also just super rough. There's a 3 elite path here. We do 2 question marks, 3 fights, an elite, and then go over here and get this elite. We get a fire before the 3rd elite, or we go this way and get 2 fires before the 3rd elite. It's definitely safer. If we don't like this elite fight, we can just go to this fire instead and still get 2. Or if we've like gotten a searing blow or something, we can get 1, 2, 3, 4 fires before the 1st elite. Yeah, that's going to be the max number of fires around. I think I'll take the more conservative path. I will take the bonus HP though. Alright. Well, this fight would be easier if we had a Niaz Lament. For Ironclad, one weird trick that the heart hates is almost certainly disarm. Disarm is crazy good against the heart. Flame Barrier is also quite nice. But it's got to be disarm, right? Okay. Ouch. I don't think we have lethal. We have 18 damage, too short. Alright, well I guess let's set up vulnerable and try and get lethal next turn. Oof. Ton of damage. There is a Searing Blow. We're on this crazy number of fires path. Get 4 upgrades to a Searing Blow. I mean, it's a floor 1 Searing Blow, right? We should probably do it. We might even get an upgrade from one of these question marks. It's like not that unlikely. It's up against Clothesline. It's probably the other pick. Combust is not bad either. If we were doing this, 5-fight path, Combust would be great, since we'd be exposed to lots of scary hallway fights. I know, right? Maybe you're cutting off its little, what do you call it, ventricles? The little, like, aorta and stuff that's coming out of it. I think we'll do Searing Blow. Hopefully it pays off. Give me an upgrade. No. We took a bit of a conservative path. We really do want to preserve health, though, so that we can use fires for healing. I think we'll poke this at least once. Ooh, we got it the first time. Wow. Excellent. Alright, our second easy pool fight. We can bash strike the little slime to block for 6, or we can defend strike to block for 10. Well, 10 is larger than 6, so let's do that. Alright, that blocks for 6. We can't block the 12. Man, we're getting beaten up. Searing Blow Strike is lethal. There's a disarm. That's that one weird trick. Searing Blow is absolutely viable on Ascension 20. You get Searing Blow up to 80 damage or something. Get a Necronomicon. It's about the best thing you can do for 2 energy. I'm not gonna say it's the highest win rate strategy, but you know, you're not always gonna be offered like whatever Dead Branch Corruption or something. You'll take a Disarm. It's not good against like Gremlin Knob, but we need to pick a defensive option so that we stop bleeding health, so we can use campsites to upgrade Searing Blow. We almost certainly want Armaments. Potentially and Apotheosis, if we can find it. Apotheosis is kind of weird because it's not always like convenient to add to your run. Sometimes you just like never see one, or like it's too expensive at the shop or something, but we would probably take one if we see it. Especially since almost all of our cards are going to stay unupgraded, because all of our upgrades are going to go into Searing Blow. But Armaments is something we can almost certainly pick up. Yeah, we'll take a Disarm. Eternal Feather, excellent! We're already highly incentivized to go to rest sites. And we're disincentivized from resting at them, so Eternal Feather is going to be our way of sustaining while we get those upgrades. We're in a great shape right now. Okay. Now I'm pumped. If we do 18 damage to him, he goes to 18, which is 3 strikes next turn. It's pretty likely we get 3 strikes next turn. So we'll take 1. We did get 3 strikes. Look at that. Evolve could be okay. We are against Slime Boss, so drawing 3 statuses is fairly relevant. We also could be going up against Sentries. We're probably skipping this Elite, though. I think we're probably going to a Fire instead. Evolve's quite good in Act 2. Chosen does Dazes. But it really shines in Act 4. Yeah, Sunder is awesome. I really like Sunder, especially in Act 1. Sunder is so nuts. And Sunder plus Necronomicon is pretty good. I don't know. Evolve is a draw engine, and Searing Blow is really good with a draw engine, because you can draw the Searing Blow every turn. Hey, B-Diz, how's it going? Excuse me. It's very rude. I think we'll give it a shot. Alright, let's go upgrade that Searing Blow. Searing Blow +1. It begins. Watching Slay the Spire while playing Slay the Spire is something that I have done several times. I have also, like, messed up by doing something that I thought was a good idea for the streamer to do, doing it myself, and I was like, oh wait, we're playing different decks. So he splits at 38, or 34 rather. If we Searing Blow him, he goes to exactly 34. It saves us 18 damage right now, but puts us in a bit of a strange spot. Hey, Baylor Lord. Yeah, I'm pretty excited. This is some great cartoon eyes. I like that a lot. Yeah, we got Searing Blow on floor 1, and we had put ourselves on a path that had 4 potential fires. Or 4 extra fires before the final one, so I figured let's go for it. We can only block for 3. I think we just split him. Okay. Well, damage seems good. I guess I'll disarm too. Splitting the damage in the disarmed, so this guy stays alive longer and can experience the debuff. We can do Searing Blow Strike to kill him. Blocks for 10. I think that's the most we're going to be able to block for. Plus we get to play Searing Blow, which is the name of the game. Okay. Just a couple more attacks. One. Dark Embrace, huh? We have an Evolve, so if we can like find a source of dazes, Evolve Dark Embrace is going to draw us a Searing Blow like every turn. It's a lot of card. Like, getting a 2 energy power is just a lot to commit. Plus we won't be able to get it upgraded because all of our upgrades are going to Searing Blow. So it's going to continue to cost 2 for forever. I think we're full on powers that we need to get upgraded so that they're draw engines for Searing Blow. We already have Evolve for that. We don't need Dark Embrace to also be a power that needs an upgrade and draws us Searing Blow. Clothesline could be nice. We're definitely looking for Necronomicon in Act 2. We can't really control if we get it, but Clothesline would be nice if we got it. It blocks for us a little bit. There are other things that combo with expensive attacks, like Snecko Eye and stuff. So we'll be on the lookout for those. I think Duplicate's probably better than Skip. Or Clothesline's better than Skip. Duplicate, jeez. Alright, obviously going to the fire, obviously upgrading Searing Blow. So, Baylord, Mintchalk was saying that you died to, or I guess Digital Charmander said you died to Blasphemy Vault. Why did you play those cards? And and that was on a Searing Blow run? That's very confusing. Akabeko is good. Sapphire Key is also something we're going to need to pick up at some point. I think let's take it. I mean, it's extra damage, so it's probably better than Sapphire Key at this point. Extra damage happens every fight. Reliably does something. We could try and kill the Jawworm before the Spike Slime. I think that makes a lot of sense. Sorry, Mintchalk, I didn't mean to malign your name. Obviously, you're a different person than Digital Charmander. Do we have our Strength Pot here? We have been through a bunch of fights. We've gotten 2 potions. These are the only 2 we've gotten. Been through 1, 2, 3. Neither of these were fights. 3, 4. This is our 5th fight. So our potion chance has gone 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. But then it's down by 2. So we're up to 80% potion chance, I think. Most likely getting a potion here. So I will drink the Strength Pot, because I anticipate it will save a couple health. Speaking of saving health, let's block. We can Clothesline Defend as the max block here, and then try and get lethal on Jawworm next turn. We know exactly what we're getting. Oh my goodness. Wow, lessons learned on Searing Blow is quite an experience. That sounds like a lot of fun. Whoops. Yeah, let's go for max block here, right? Because Searing Blow is doing 21, so that kills Jawworm by itself. So we're just trying to preserve our own health on this turn. I love it. Yeah, I do enjoy like feeding on both Donu and Deka. It just feels like you're really really dunking on those bosses. We can kill Jawworm here with those two. Can't fit in the disarm, but Spike Slam doesn't have arms anyway, so what would that do? Alright, we did get a potion, as expected. I've tried Havoc in Searing Blow decks before, to try and like thin out the deck so that we can draw Searing Blow faster. I have not had good experiences with it. I'm not like tremendously against picking it again. I did pick that clothesline saying like there are other things that combo with expensive attacks, and Havoc is one of them, right? Like Havoc. If Havoc plays clothesline, we've saved 1 energy. So that's nice. We have Akabeko plus Whirlwind, which is always a little little nugget to be watching out for. If we can get like a bottled, upgraded Whirlwind, we could do the speedrun build. Good chance we're not going to upgrade the Whirlwind ever, because we have Searing Blow in deck, but still something worth thinking about. I think Whirlwind is quite a bit worse if you never get it upgraded. It does less damage per energy to a single target than Strike, unupgraded, which feels pretty lackluster. Intimidate is pretty nice. It's a way to block. We already have Clothesline for weak, and we have Disarm as well, which has some how do we phrase this? Like negative marginal value associated with weak. Can end up blocking for 1 rather than 2 on a single attack. So I think we just skip. And go upgrade Searing Blow again. Searing Blow. Searing Blow. Odd Mushroom. If we Odd Mushroom, though, we have to do different math than we're used to doing. We don't really need to heal for 20, though. We're about to go to a campsite, and Eternal Feather is going to heal us for 9. So we're going to go up to 73 after this. So if we gain 20 health, we're wasting an awful lot of healing. We're wasting 11 healing. Alright. We took a path where we are only fighting 1 elite in Act 1, so we're a little bit light on relics. It's just nice to have an opportunity to get an extra one. Searing Blow kills 1, but we actually take the same amount of damage if we kill 1 as if we didn't kill 1. The max block play is probably Clothesline Defend. I guess the max block play is play Distilled Chaos, hit, disarm, double defend. Okay, we'll use the Distilled Chaos. I don't think it's going to be super useful in the slime boss fight. You want to be kind of predictable in that one, so I don't think we're trying to save it. Evolve, Strike, Defend. Okay. This is kind of the worst target for a Strike. I was thinking if it hit like this guy or this guy, we could clothesline them, and then when they died to the damage return, I wouldn't get two enemies hitting me with Vulnerable. But if we kill this guy, we do get 2 enemies hitting us with Vulnerable, which is bad. So I think what we're going to do is defend and have this guy die to damage return, and then try to kill these other ones on next turn. Bat Strike is not enough for that Fungi Beast, so I think we're going to double defend Strike. And we're going to hit him because we want to put him in a position where if one of them is buffing and one of them is attacking, we can kill the one that's attacking. Alright, one of them is buffing and one of them is attacking. that. So we kill that one, do the max damage to this one, hopefully kill him next turn. With a Searing Blow! Alright. Hey, there's armaments. Armaments is generally something you're looking for with a Searing Blow deck. Get that Searing Blow upgraded a bunch of times in the middle of a fight. Sure. There's an argument to upgrade the armaments. I have definitely done that before in a Searing Blow deck instead of the Searing Blow. The main argument for that is because all of our upgrades are going into Searing Blow, all of our other cards are unupgraded. So the upgraded armaments really pays off huge. The counter argument is you only get 3 energy a turn, so if your hand contains armaments and Searing Blow, you're probably going to armaments on Searing Blow and then play Searing Blow. So the upgrade is not that relevant, but if you do that, if you armaments and Searing Blow, then like in later shuffles you'll have lots of upgraded cards when you're not drawing Searing Blow. Hey Restygrum, how's it going? Yeah, I could really go either way, but I think for now I'm going to do Searing Blow. Maybe we'll find a natural Armaments Plus in Act 2. Alright, the knobby one. We could Gambler's Brew to look for a, whatchamacallit, Searing Blow. We don't really need that. We could also look for, Bash. But we have ways to spend our energy on attacks this turn, so I'm not super concerned about it. We also got potions in the last 2 fights, so our potion chance is down to like 50 or 60 or something. I'm out of tea. Armaments and Searing Blow are together, which makes me think I should probably play Armaments and Searing Blow. We are against Gremlin Knob, so the value of armaments is a little bit lower than normal because we don't want to make him mad. If we armaments Searing Blow, let's see, what does Searing Blow plus 5 do? 42 damage. It always upgrades as the new number plus 2, so it gets an additional 6 damage here. Wait a minute, is that math wrong? That math is wrong. It gets 8 damage, so I guess it's new number plus 3. So it goes up to 5, gets 8 damage. So he would take 42 and go from 64 to 26. We're very unlikely to be able to do 26 damage next turn. I guess with Energy Pot, if we get Bash Double Strike, sometimes that works. So it's like Bash does 8, and then each strike does 9, so it's 18 plus 8, 26. And that is exactly how much we need, huh? Even if we miss it, we can Gambler's Brew to guarantee it. And we do miss it quite a bit of the time. If any of those cards are the last card we miss. Are we willing to spend Gambler's Brew and Energy Pot? Blocking next turn? I think we probably are. If we block out next turn, we get to use this Campfire to upgrade Searing Blow. As well as saving, what, 27 health? Which is a pretty big deal. I miscalculated the damage a little bit because he's going to take 3 from Thorns, but it doesn't actually change the rounding, so... I guess it technically does, because we could use the Energy Pot this turn and fit in a strike. And then we would only need Bash Strike next turn to kill him. But I think that's probably worse. Okay, let's disarm him first, just for kicks. Disarming Gremlin Knob in 2020. We have access to Corruption. Corruption and True Grit both have the effect of increasing the Searing Blow density in the deck. Corruption is sort of more extreme, but is also very effective. Corruption would have been really good with the Dark Embrace that we passed. Rupture would have been really good with the AoE 5 damage that we passed. think it might just be True Grit here, though. Those cards are all very nice and very exciting, but it would be nice to just have a card that says block on it. We are unlikely to ever upgrade True Grit, which is a bit concerning, because unupgraded True Grit is a bit of a bull in a china shop, whereas upgraded True Grit is a precision surgical tool that you can use to fix your status effects. We might find Apotheosis. Apotheosis would be really great for a lot of reasons. Can't really depend on that, but I think True Grit is still better than Skip here, even if we never upgrade it. Alright, one last hurrah for Searing Blow, and we get to end the act at full health. Or not end the act, but reach the boss. Full health, which is pretty nice. I mean, Searing Blow's in our hands, we'll probably play that. And then Strike versus Disarm. Probably we're waiting until next time we draw a Searing Blow to split. So if we strike, assuming we go through the first cycle, he's going to take 3 damage from the Thorns, 6 damage from the strike, that's 9 total, so he's going to 91. If we want to put him to 76, that means we need to do 15 more damage. Not a super convenient number. I would like to fit in a bash at some point, if we can. So it seems like strike is sort of on the menu. Disarm does save us 2 health, but it's probably more useful later. Or I guess it's equally useful later. No, maybe it is more useful later, because Slime Boss is only going to attack us once. So here Disarm is like exactly 2 health, but later it could be more. A little bit early for the bash. I was hoping to bash into Searing Blow, obviously. But we can't draw Searing Blow next turn, because we're drawing 5 of these cards. If we bash strike, we are doing 9 plus 8 is 17 damage. 17 minus 94 is 87? Nope, 77. If we do 77 damage and then he hits us, he goes to 74 and splits. Which is bad. Which is why we were trying to do 15 damage, and 17 is more than 15. So I think probably the way we're going to try and hit 15 damage is we're going to... The best case scenario is we upgrade Clothesline next turn. That's 14. So if we can get Armaments to hit Clothesline next turn, that'd be great. Which means we can't play any of these attacks. We could strike Bash, that's true. But Armaments Clothesline is way neater. Alright, none of these, because they're not Searing Blow. It is possible that he tries to hit us before we draw Searing Blow again, which would be really unfortunate. But that didn't happen. I guess we had the Gambler's Brew for that as well. Evolve versus Strike. This is happening. Strike puts the split slimes down to 29, which is a great split. Evolve draws us 3 extra cards this shuffle, and a bunch of extra cards next shuffle. If they're at 35, they split at 17. Whereas if they are at 29, they split at 19. Wait, no, they split at 14. So we need to do 15 damage versus needing to do 18 damage. There's no way this deck does 15 damage. The closest thing we have, as we just discovered, was the upgraded Clothesline. So the damage difference isn't really super important. So I'm going to play Evolve instead. Actually, I'm going to click on some random window in the background you guys can't see. Okay. Hey, Unbuzzed V. I am having a good day. Yeah, sure, cholesterol. That's probably what it is. What I was thinking of was disarm. I think disarm's probably Ironclad's one weird trick. The hearts hate. But I don't know. So clothesline does not split, but it does save us some health. We're gonna take some frail, which is not a huge deal. Yeah, I think max block here is clothesline defend. Does clothesline block more than 10? It does not. Assuredly. If we do clothesline and he hits us, he takes 17 total, which is 1 less than what it takes to split him. He needs to take 18 to split. So it puts us in a good spot to kill him instead of splitting him. Which seems like a pretty convincing argument. So we do take 5 extra damage though. Alright, we could split him to block for 9 if we want to. We could armaments our True Grit, and then True Grit Slime. And then strike him to split. Or we could Gambler's Brew, go look for Searing Blow, and then armaments Searing Blow and kill Spike Slime. We actually don't need to armaments it, because it already does 42 damage. Yeah, it kills him on its own. He is splitting, whether we split him or not, because we're getting the Bronze Scales damage return. So it would be nice to punch him and block for 9. Yeah, I think we'll try and save the Gambler's Brew for Act 2. Okay. Draw 10. We could take the unusual step of Searing Blow on one of the small slimes here to block for 8. Clothesline also kills 1. Not really any difference between those two. If we kill this guy, our Frail wears off in 2 turns, which would be nice. We're probably playing one of the 2 big attacks and then defending. So it's just, do we want to kill a little slime and block for 8, take 5? Or do we want to kill the big guy and take quite a bit of damage? How much damage are we taking? So it's 16 minus 3, 13 damage. We're at 42. Put us to 29. 29 is pretty low. I have to say, I'm not a huge fan of being at 29. I think this basically guarantees we win the fight, though. So let's take that. Okay, double strike kills you. Disarm has a small residual value. And our Frail has worn off. Okay. Bludgeon, Juggernaut, Barricade. None of these are screaming, put me in your Searing Blow deck. Bludgeon's probably closest. It's another Necronomicon combo card. Bludgeon is a weird card, because like very often you get your first rare card offered at the Act 1 boss, but Bludgeon is really like much better in Act 1 than at any other time. So a lot of the times, the first time in the run you could see a Bludgeon is sort of the marker for when Bludgeon stops being good, which is a very frustrating experience. You get it from Niao sometimes, so then it's really good. You just go through the whole Act 1 bopping off sentries and stuff. Boop. Do bash and then bludgeoning Gremlin Knob to death. Good times. I do have a soft spot for Bludgeon. I do like just hitting people really hard. I hate the beta art though. 42 damage. That's the same as our Searing Blow. Although Searing Blow costs 1 less. Juggernaut is very difficult to get working. I've tried a lot of times with Juggernaut. I'm not saying it's bad, because when it gets working, it's really good. And the whole like feel no pain, Juggernaut, Dark Embrace, statuses, medical kit thing is like really, really strong, particularly in Act 4 when you need to be really strong. we're not really anywhere near that synergy package. We don't have any of the cards other than Evolve and maybe Disarm. I guess True Grit. So we're not like tremendously far away, but you really need to feel no pain with Juggernaut at the very least, and we don't have that. Yeah, exactly. It's like Juggernaut is how you turn a deck that does scaling defense into a deck that can like win. But I feel like I'm so rarely a deck that has already solved scaling defenses. And particularly the way you need to scale defenses is getting lots of small amounts of block. And basically the only way to do that in Ironclad is Feel No Pain. And even then, if you are a Feel No Pain deck, you often end up getting like 3 copies of Feel No Pain or something, if you can. And so you're blocking for like 9 per chunk, which is like not a small number. Like Juggernaut would much prefer you get 1 block 9 times versus getting 9 block all at once. But nonetheless, Juggernaut can do an insane amount of damage. And Barricade is basically never correct on Ascension 20, unfortunately. Maybe if you already have, what is that card called? Entrench, then Barricade could be good, but we don't already have Entrench. Yeah, so I think we're just gonna skip. Bludgeon's probably the closest to skip here. But every card we add to the deck is a card that isn't Searing Blow, and Searing Blow way outpaces Bludgeon. So it kind of just ends up as a crappy Searing Blow. Until we get Snecko Eye, obviously. Okay, so let's see the Snecko Eye. Nope. Runic Cube, we've been offered a lot of cards from the take 1 damage package, but we haven't taken any of them, so probably shouldn't start now. We could have taken that Sapphire Key instead of the Akabeko, and then Curse Key would be a lot better. It's not something I was really thinking about. We do have 319 money, so we can probably have a fairly efficient shop as a last hurrah for money. We don't have any gold relics. Generally, Ectoplasm is sort of the bottom of the barrel of energy relics, and Curse Key is one of the best. So it would I would require some convincing to think that Ectoplasm is better than Curse Key. And I don't particularly see any reason to believe that. I guess that we are fairly sensitive to deck quality because we're trying to draw Searing Blow repeatedly, so getting curses is particularly bad right now. But I don't think that's a significant enough argument to convince me that, in this case, Ectoplasm is better. Runic Cube, is there any way we can exploit this? If we do get Necronomicon, and we get Blue Candle, then we can use Runic Cube to draw an arbitrary number of cards. For 1 health apiece. Which is neat. And we definitely want Necronomicon. I don't know if pretending that we already have Necronomicon and an uncommon relic is a good idea, though. Because neither of those things are true, and both of them are fairly unlikely to happen. Even by itself, though, Runic Cube does draw you, like, several cards per fight, you know. And particularly in hard fights, Runic Cube scales the way that you want your cards to scale, right? It helps you out when you're having trouble, rather than, like, getting better when you're already winning. Which is nice. But Curse Key just, like, helps you a lot all the time, which is better, right? I would rather win harder and lose less than just losing less. So I think it's going to be Curse Key here. Not super happy about it. We don't have, like, Omamori or something that makes us just like, oh, great. Duh, Curse Key. But, you know. Alright, super concerned about fires. I would like to go to a shop. But the paramount concern here is fires. We need to get the most fires we possibly can. It looks like that means we're going left. So that is compatible with going to this shop, and in fact, we want to go to that shop because otherwise we're going to 5 fights to get to that first fire. A lot of fires here. The only question marks are late, and Act 2 question marks are very good. So we would like to get more of them, especially since an Act 2 question mark is where we would find Necronomicon. I'm not sure if we're interested in bites or apparitions. Probably bites more than apparitions. We haven't gotten rid of any strikes, so I suppose neither of them is bad. Alright, yeah, this part of the path is going to be a little bit dodgy, because this is our easy pool, these two, and then we can start getting fairly difficult fights. I guess the Act 2 hard pool is not like a huge step up in terms of difficulty. The main, like, obstacle that gets added is Snake Plant. Snake Plant's a pretty big deal. But there's some stuff in the Act 2 hard pool where you're like, is this really a hard fight? Like Centurion Mystic and like Cultist and something else. Or, sorry, Chosen plus some friend. But like the Act 2 fight pool, like Shelled Parasite, he's plenty hard, right? Like you don't really need... whatever. I've already said what I need to say. Okay, so probably upgrade armaments, play defend here, block for 10, weaken him. If he is weak, he does how much damage? 5 less? Oh wait, 6 less. So he'll go down to 15, we block for 10. Seems good. Take 5. Searing Blow Disarm Evolve or Searing Blow Disarm Strike? Well, something in common between those two lines, and it's the Searing Blow and the Disarm. He doesn't add any statuses, so let's get a plated armor off of him. Do a little damage. Yeah, avocados are a pretty big problem, I have to say. Probably defend True Grit Double Strike. To make sure we can do that, we need to Double Strike defend and then True Grit. Controlling True Grit RNG. Is this lethal? Yes, it is. Ooh, Blessing of the Forge. Normally not a great potion. Right now, an excellent potion. Are we interested in Inflame? I am not sure. We don't have like a limit break or anything. We don't have any multi-attacks, although multi-attacks are sort of good because we have Akabeko. But we have sort of a different damage scaling plan. 1 Searing Sword. And Inflame only makes Searing Blow do 2 more damage. So I think we're probably not interested. Intimidate's nice. Blocks. Gets out of the deck. It says Exhaust on it, so it's not there for subsequent shuffles. It's much better with an upgrade. 2 weak means 2 turns of weak. We do already have a source of weak. We have Clothesline. But I wouldn't say that we're highly saturated in terms of weak. We could definitely afford to have another one. We have 4 energy now, so the fact that Intimidate costs 0 is not super important. We're still generally not able to play our whole hand, so having an extra 0 cost card is not a negative thing. It's a positive thing. Yeah, okay. It costs 0 and it blocks. Let's pick it up. Alright. There's medical kit. Medical kit. Well, medical kit's really good. Should probably pick medical kit. There are other cards here at this store. There's like a Hand of Greed and an Uppercut, Evolve. The other relics are also fine. Ceramic Fish is really most notably powerful when you have Golden Idol or Bloody Idol. Bloody Idol more so. But Golden Idol turns into Bloody Idol, right? Sometimes. Blood Vial is nice too. We definitely want sources of healing because we are using all of our campsites, excuse me, to upgrade our Searing Blow. So any healing lets us do that without risking our lives. But Blood Vial is pretty minimal. Ironclad is already healing for 6 per fight, and we heal for 5 per rest site. Or, sorry, 9 per rest site. Potentially 12. Although, yeah, I guess if we pick up 2 cards before the next one, it'll probably have to be 3 cards because we're probably removing a card here, but still. So how about, like, medical kit, card remove, strike, and then power pot? Can we afford that? Medical kit plus power pot is 221, which leaves us with 112, which is much more than card remove costs, but not with enough to card remove and buy a second devotion. We could card remove and buy an intimidate, but we just got an intimidate, so. Second evolve is also available if we really want to lean into the medical kit thing. But we've already got 1 copy of evolve, so I don't think we need too much of that. We also can't generate any statuses on our own. We don't have the card that blocks for 15 and gives you 2 wounds or anything like that. Alright, cool. I guess I did my math wrong because I cannot actually afford that intimidate. Whatever. Going left commits us to a very dangerous path, I would say. Particularly this section, the easy fight, hard fight, fire bit. Probably survive it. Alright, Spheric Guardian. Can't be easily disarmed. But, might as well play the disarm, get it out of the deck. If we play the disarm, we have a much higher chance of landing weak later. If we play strike, he blocks for, what is it, 35 this turn? I believe it's 35. Let me check that really quick. Enemies, monsters. Act 2 monsters, Spirit Guardian. He blocks for 35. I did it. Okay, so he's going to block for 35. He's going to go from 18 block to 53. 53 plus 20 is 73. It's quite a bit of health. Doesn't seem like we're probably killing him with a strike and Searing Blow next turn. I guess our max damage next turn is probably strike, armaments, Searing Blow. That Searing Blow is going to add 10 damage and go to 52. 52 plus 6 is 58. Plus this 6 is 64. 64 is not high enough because he's at like 73. So we would get into his health bar, but then he would hit us for 11. I think it's probably better to try and land a weak next turn. I guess we have a little bit more damage than that because we have the Blessing of the Forge. But it did require us to draw Armaments, Searing Blow, and Strike, which is not super likely. I guess we'll land the True Grit on the Ascender's Band and play everything else. Alright, we actually can land weak on him here. Yep. Blocks for more than killing him, right? Or we can't kill him, is what I mean by that. Double strike. That's lethal. Okay. Headbutt lets us play our Searing Blow more. Armaments lets us upgrade our Searing Blow more. If we play Headbutt, how many times do we play Searing Blow per shuffle? Hi, Sir Edible. No point in Searing Blow if you can't play it. Are you arguing for the Headbutt? I'm doing good. How are you doing? Okay, so if we play if we play Headbutt, then the best case scenario is we play Searing Blow twice per shuffle, and the worst case scenario is to play it once per shuffle. And so we're concerned with the relative frequency of those two outcomes. Okay, so we draw 5 cards a turn, and that leaves us with sort of 3 regular draws and then 1 mid-shuffle draw. It's a very bad outcome if the Searing Blow is in the mid-shuffle draw, but there's not much we can do about that. We're going to discount the possibility that Searing Blow and Headbutt both appear in the mid-shuffle draw. It's not very likely outcome. Although I suppose there will be 3 cards in it. It's not the 2 that there currently are. Okay, so if we assume that there are just 3 hands of random cards from this 18-card deck, how likely is it that we draw Headbutt either before or with, or sorry, either after or with Searing Blow? So I guess the armaments coincidence rate is approximately 1 in 3 right now. It's slightly lower because if you're assuming that you're in the hand that has drawn Searing Blow, then there's only 4 other cards you can draw. So if there's one of these 3 hands has Searing Blow, and that hand only gets 4 other cards, and the other hands get 5 other cards. Here's a way to think about it. There are 18 cards in the deck. At some point during the first shuffle, we will draw Searing Blow. The chance that we will draw armaments with Searing Blow is 4 out of 18, because we're drawing 4 cards with Searing Blow, and they are selected from that 18. Neglecting we shuffle, and the armaments from the second shuffle goes with the Searing Blow from the first shuffle, which is possible. So like it's slightly higher than 4 out of 18. 4 out of 18 is like approximately a quarter, so it's like 25% chance. It's a little worse than that. So we'll say it's 1/4 because this is the mid-shuffle thing. Okay, so it's 1/4 for armaments. That's not great, considering the whole reason armaments is in the deck is to hit Searing Blow. Okay, so then for Headbutt. So if Headbutt is in the first hand, that's like a 5 out of 17. There's that doesn't seem right. Let's simplify it down. Let's say there's a 1 in 3 chance it can be in each hand, right? So there's a 1/3 chance that Searing Blow is in the first hand, and there's a 1 in 3 chance that's totally wrong, but 1 in 3 chance that the Headbutt is also in the first blow. So each of the outcomes, there's sort of a grid of 9 outcomes, right? Where it's like the Searing Blow can be in hand 1, 2, or 3, and the Headbutt can be in hand 1, 2, or 3. 5 of those outcomes, 6 of those outcomes are good outcomes for Headbutt, right? Because if we've got the line down the middle where they're in the same hand, that's a good outcome, and all the one of the halves of the 3x3 grid. So there's 9 total cells, approximately 5 of them are good things. So it's like a 50% chance-ish. The Headbutt goes with Searing Blow. The most like basic math of like is Headbutt after Searing Blow in the deck is like approximately 50%. So I'm not sure if I really learned anything by doing this analysis. I'm rounding up on a smaller scale rather than rounding up, 8 out of 17. Now I'm rounding up 4 out of 9, or 5 out of 9. Rounding up to 5 out of 9. But I think Headbutt is more impactful than armaments generally. Do we need damage or block more? That's another question. I feel pretty good on damage. A lot of the time when you're fighting Shelled Parasite, the problem is that you're trying to block, but you can't block very well because he's frailing you, and you can't if you don't do enough damage, he'll kill you. We did plenty of damage to get through that fight, so I feel like we passed that test pretty easily. This is not an easy decision. Ghostly Armor Plus is upgraded, making this further complication. Yeah, there's a lot to consider here. Go with the headbutt. I don't know. I can't really justify that decision. I talked about it a lot, but kind of ended up just going with my gut. I guess we're playing all the cards. This blocks for 6, which is nice. We also have thorns, so we wouldn't expect a bird to be a big threat. He's going to be hitting himself for 18 here. So we're going to land Bash on Chosen. And put the rest of the damage on the bird. Hey, we got Bash into Armament's Searing Blow. Is that lethal? Almost certainly, right? Oh wait, so it goes up to 52 with vulnerable, adds 26 damage, so it goes up to 78, so no, it's not lethal. We could use the Blessing of the Forge to get there. Or maybe Searing Blow Clothesline is lethal right now, 63 plus 18. It is. Wait, no, it's not. It goes up to 81. If we use the Blessing of the Forge, that would certainly be lethal. He's hitting us 3 times before he dies, so we don't really care about him. Blessing of the Forge feels like a big resource since it's so good with Searing Blow. So I think we're just going to not kill Chosen, not attack Bird, and block for as much as we can with the Searing Blow. Blocking for as much as we can is probably Armament's Defend. Blocks for 10, yeah. Okay. I was all ready for this fight to be a net positive health, but that would have to... we'd need lethal this turn. Alright, we're fairly likely to get it next turn. Yeah. Okay. There's another armaments. I think my limit for armaments is 2, but this is the second one. I would prefer to take an upgraded one, but we're not guaranteed to get offered an upgraded one. So I'll take it. Alright. Triple Cultist. 50 damage. So this plus that kills one. Perfectly efficient. We can upgrade an armament and armament, and I will do that probably pretty often, actually. Whenever they're together and not with a Searing Blow. That's a pretty decent play. Let's go ahead and hunt the weak one. Probably doing Armament's Clothesline Headbutt here. This does 42 damage, so if we can set somebody to 42, we're pretty happy with that. I think that means we're clotheslining this one and headbutting that one. So we put him down below 42. It's all coming together now. Disarm trigger, it's pretty good. I guess we're playing Armament's Defend, so might as well upgrade the Bash. Crap, we got all the armaments and the headbutt before we got the Searing Blow. Armaments defend headbutt strike. Is headbutt strike lethal? 13 plus 9. It is. Look at that. Alright, we have filled up our potion bar. We're being offered a third armaments. I said my limit was 2. And I think I'm going to stick to that. Although, if we do take another card here, we do get extra healing here. We get 3 extra health. Hard to imagine picking Sever Soul or Anger. If we go up to at exactly mod 5 equals 0 amount of cards, that benefits our Eternal Feather, but it also benefits our Searing Blow, because we can no longer get Searing Blow in a transitional shuffle, presuming we're not drawing any cards with Evolve, which is not super accurate. Alright, I'll do it. That only got 9 extra damage? Oh yeah, 6 plus 3 is 9. Okay, math. Alright. 51 damage is exactly how much Searing Blow does right now. So probably we're killing this guy with Searing Blow. So then we can clothesline this guy. Maybe what we should be doing instead is Gambler's Brew and looking for Searing Blow to kill this guy right now. This hand is pretty bad. Okay. Yikes. Well, that made it worse. It's not helpful. I guess triple armaments headbutt. What are we headbutting back? The bash? See, this is why my limit for armaments was supposed to be 2, because then you can never draw 3 in one hand. We could drink an attack pot or a power pot now. Since we're armamentsing an armaments and then playing that armaments, the new card will be upgraded, whatever it is. It could be a big multi-attack too. We still have Akabeko up. So we get like a sword boomerang or something. Yeah, I mean, if we get a Searing Blow, it would end up being a Searing Blow plus 3 for 0. Right. Twin Strike does trigger our Akabeko. Yeah, Bludgeon and Immolate would be good outcomes. I think we'll take the Clothesline. Just because it reduces the damage. Let's see. Twin Strike is never lethal, right? Because it does 13 twice. 13 twice is 26, reducing the Red Slaver presumably down to 22. And then Headbutt Strike. Actually, Headbutt and Strike upgraded might do that. Wait, what does Twin Strike's upgrade to? 7, so it ends up being 15 twice for 30. Yeah, it seems like it's certainly lethal. And then Headbutt upgraded is, what, 12? Yep, and Strike is 9. So if we upgrade everything, this does 30 damage. 30 plus 12 is 42, plus 9 is lethal. So then it's armaments, Twin Strike, Headbutt Strike. Okay. And we get to put in armaments on top of the deck. Armaments plus, no less. Look at us, aren't we fancy? We got an Armament Searing Blow. That's a thing we like to do. We are weak now, which I was planning on exactly lethaling this Blue Slaver with the Searing Blow, but it seems like that's not what's happening. This is going to do 6, and this is going to do, let's see, so it's currently at 51, and it's going up by 10 to 61. And then we're going to be weak, so we're going to lose from 40, we would lose 10, So we're losing 6 more than that. So we're losing 16 from 61 to 45. 45 plus any damage is lethal. Okay. Cool. Look at that. Sometimes math works. True Grit's going to block out for us here. We don't really care which defend it hits. So just let it choose. Evolve is potentially meaningful. We kind of have to choose, because we want to play Defend and Evolve, I think. But then it's Clothesline versus Disarm Strike. I guess Clothesline kills him faster. I think they block for close to the same amount. Maybe we don't care about Evolve. Maybe it's just Clothesline, Disarm, Defend. I think we're unlikely to be overwhelmed by wounds here. Let's see, how many are there? 2, 7, 9. It's quite a few. 9 out of my 22 cards are useless. Okay. We would have gotten it anyway. Alright. Strawberry and a regen pot. I think we're no on all of these. We passed an Inflame earlier, and nothing has really changed since then. Other than we have a ton of armaments now. There are train sounds, so train sounds. Heavy Blade is nice, but we don't have any strength, so probably don't want that. And Perfected Strike, I don't think we have any cards that say strike on them, other than these 4. So no on that one too. Alright, back to almost full health here. Getting another Searing Blow upgrade. This is a small chest, and we have Curse Key, so not an automatic open. If we open it now, we have more chance to get rid of it. Having to go to a shop after your Act 3... We do have to open at least one more chest, because we need to get the key. So if we open this chest, we'll be able to choose our Act 3 pathing, knowing that we either do or do not have to get rid of a curse. And in our Act 3 pathing, we're already forced to go to the Mega Elite. So it can be very difficult to go to a Mega Elite and then also go to a shop after the chest. We're not guaranteed to be able to do that. So if we take a relic now, we're reducing our chances of having to fight the Act 3 bosses with a curse. However, we are significantly increasing our chances of having to fight the Act 2 boss with a curse. So that's kind of the balance here. I think we're probably fine against this Act 2 boss, so I'm going to fight him with a curse. Ouch, regret. Lantern is nice too, but we don't want to have this experience again, so I think we're going to pick Sapphire Key. We also have 4 energy, so the marginal value of the 5th one is somewhat less. Om nom nom, delicious Searing Blow upgrades. Give them all to me. Oh, I guess I'm playing all these cards. Okay. We did 20 damage to Centurion. I believe you have to do 21 to get her to not heal. Let me check that really quick. Yeah, 21. So we're off by a tiny, tiny amount here. I do not believe Evolve draws with curses. Evolve is statuses only. We can upgrade our Searing Blow, but why? It already does 72 damage. I guess because we have nothing better to do? Bonk. Clearly I missed my calling. Making mouth sounds for Searing Blow is truly what I was meant to do. Crunch. Okay, great. Pummel Plus works really well with Akabeko and doesn't really do anything else with the deck. We could take a second Headbutt. Too many Headbutts gets a little bit awkward with Searing Blow, because then you end up drawing lots of cards that aren't Searing Blow, because you wanted to play Headbutt, and you didn't have anything good to put on top of the deck. So you like put an Armaments back on top of the deck, so that you could pair it with Searing Blow, but then you just end up drawing Armaments a bunch of the time. And you can actually cause yourself to miss drawing a Searing Blow, because you put something on the top of the deck that wasn't Searing Blow. So I think I'm going to stop at one Headbutt. Also, the deck is getting a little fat for a Searing Blow deck. I'd like to keep it nice and thin, so we're going to skip this whole pick. I guess Warcry is kind of helpful for finding Searing Blow if we get it upgraded. We are definitely trying to like put together combos that involve drawing cards. Warcry is also kind of neat with Evolve. You could like Headbutt a status, and then if you've got an Evolve Plus, draw that status with Warcry, and then put it back on top, draw it again. There's some kind of interesting shenanigans. Warcry does reduce the overall size of your hand, though. You end up drawing 4 cards per turn if one of them is Warcry. And we have 4 energy, so I think we're pretty interested in having a full hand of action, especially since we already have the Intimidate. So I think we're knowing all these. Alright, more Searing Blow upgrades. We're starting to get into those big upgrades where it's like more than 10 damage per upgrade. This one says upgrade a card. I think we just do that, right? Could remove a card. It could randomly choose to upgrade Searing Blow, so that would be the best outcome. Yeah, I think we just upgrade Searing Blow. We're getting there. Man, this is the end of Act 2, and we're already doing 105 damage with our Searing Blow. Oh shoot, maybe we should have removed the curse. That is a good point. That is something we could have done. But we got a Searing Blow upgrade, so I don't know if it's too wrong. It might not be the perfect choice. Second True Grit thins the deck down a little bit. Which is something we're interested in. Rupture does trigger with regret. So we skipped Rupture before, but something has changed that does help us. Exhume is quite nice. Help us get back an Intimidate or a Disarm. I think Exhume is generally a pick if your deck has a Disarm in it. Or Feed. But True Grit, like, does more stuff. I think I'll take a True Grit here. Thin the deck out a little bit. More. And that is a big old Searing Blow. Oh yeah. This is what I like to see. We can Searing Blow twice to kill Collector. That's what's happening right now. We could get another one. Another upgrade. Yeah. Alright, we have to survive this turn. Which is looking tricky. Doesn't seem like we can do very much interesting. We do need to do 8 damage for that Searing Blow to be lethal. So we could bash on Collector. Yeah, I think we'll just... We should do something, right? Maybe we're looking for, like, Clothesline? The attack pot. If we get Pummel, or sorry, not Pummel, the like big old damage thing, we could kill a Torch Head. Yeah, I think let's look for a way to kill a Torch Head. Bludgeon, that's fine. Alright, well, I think if you ask for a card and then get it, you should probably pick that card, right? He's going to debuff us, so let's just make sure we've got enough damage by hitting him. It may not be enough damage anyway. We're gonna be, oh wait, we... Oh. Okay. Oh, whatever. Alright. Who needs block when you can just kill people? There's double tap. We do have some problems trying to get cards to be in the same hand with Searing Blow. There's just like an awful lot of cards in the deck right now that are like, this is good if it's in the same hand as Searing Blow. So we've got 3 armaments and a headbutt that can be described that way. I can't imagine skipping it, right? Like... Yeah, we have to do it. It doubles our damage. Okay. Empty Cage would be really nice here. Empty Cage helps us remove the Regret and a Strike, probably. Seems like a really good outcome. Calling Bell could give us Blue Candle. What are the best outcomes from Calling Bell? Calling Bell always has insane outcomes, but I can't identify what they are right now. I don't see any super insane Searing Blow stuff in my mind's eye. It's just like the regular good stuff, like Incense Burner and Fossilized Helix. Horn Cleat. Vajra, I don't know. Oddly Smooth Stone. Yeah, I don't think there's any particularly amazing. Pocket Watch would be really nice. That's a good call out. Yeah, I don't think that's worth it, though. We need to get rid of that curse. We've got enough energy. I don't think Velvet Choker is super called for here. It always makes me really nervous to pick Velvet Choker when it puts me up to 5 energy. It always feels like if you have 5 energy, like, why are you putting this restriction that you can only play 6 cards on yourself? Especially with Medical Kit, because those count as cards, right? I think it's probably Empty Cage by a mile here. Okay. Get rid of that Regret and a Strike, right? Yeah. Okay. Time Lord, easy. Where's our Mega? There he is. We would have actually gotten a Relic Shop. We might actually open this chest just because there's a shop right after it. What's the worst thing that could happen? Okay, not too many fires available. A couple of fires here. I guess that's as many as you could hope for. Only 3. So how do we want to get there? These 2 question marks? Yeah, I think just these 2 question marks. No reason to take a 4th fight. The Curse is Calling Bell. Dude, if Cursed Key could give you a calling bell. That would be utter insanity. I would pick Cursed Key every time it was offered. I would pick it over Runic Pyramid, Snecko Eye, just for the chance. Sometimes you get Normality, but sometimes you get Calling Bell. Whew. Open a chest and get 4 relics instead of 1. Okay. We can armaments and upgrade stuff. Like armaments defend clothesline. It's a pretty reasonable line. I use the clothesline on the exploder and not the repulsor, despite the fact that the repulsor is doing more damage. It's pretty important that we kill the exploder, and we don't have a lot of attacks. It's pretty much Searing Blow or nothing. Yeah, I knew what you meant, but man, it would be amazing if you could get Calling Bell from the thing. I want to play Searing Blow, Disarm, Defend, which makes me think I'm leaving Exploder alive. I don't want to waste 101 damage. I love Searing Blow. So if we disarm and defend, then he hits us for 6, which is net 1, and then we take 9, so we take 10 damage total. Assuming we Searing Blow Spiker. We could also Searing Blow the Repulsor, but we have to deal with Spiker at some point. I guess maybe we could deal with Spiker with no damage later. I think I won't close the door to that happening, so I'll Searing Blow on the Repulsor instead. I don't know why I did this, but I put myself in such a dangerous position by doing this. Like, he's exploding now. We have to kill him. Yeah, and we can't. That was really unnecessary and silly. Well. Shoot. I guess we have 4 energy and 4 cards to play, so we'll play all of those. Trugit gets 2 extra block? Yes. So the upgrade should go on Defend, because it gets 3. Or Evolve. We do have some dazes. Wait, we don't have any dazes? That's weird. God, this was stupid. So much unnecessary damage. That's frustrating. Let's upgrade the double tap. I'm never using 2 attacks. Okay, True Grit, Defend, Searing Blow is lethal. We do have to play True Grit Roulette to get there, though. We've got 2 good outcomes, 1 okay outcome, and 1 terrible outcome. We could Blessing of the Forge to avoid the terrible outcome. It also saves us 1 health. If we lose the Searing Blow, do we still win the fight? I think we eventually still win the fight. Alright. Oh my god. Why? Oh man. Why do things like that happen? Twitch chat. Save me. Well, that hurts. That's just not good. We can clothesline and take 5, or we can True Grit away a strike. Or we can True Grit away the clothesline and punch in for 13. Yeah, I guess we're getting pretty close to killing him. We'll take one, but we might get lethal next turn because of it. It should do it, right? Armament's a strike, goes up to 9. 9 gets 4 extra damage. Yeah, that's lethal. Okay, well, we took a tremendous amount of damage from that fight for entirely stupid reasons. I think Feel No Pain is really, really good. Let me explain why. Main reason is Medical Kit. Medical Kit plus Evolve plus Feel No Pain is just absolutely insane in Act 4. We also get Intimidate, Disarm, True Grit, all get value. Yeah. Okay. Well, that sucked. Maybe we can fix some stuff. Not really looking to lose HP here. We could heal for 18 to try to wash the stupid away from the Shapes fight. The Writhe will be a constant reminder, though. Madness are more cards that say Exhaust on them. But it's also just like more cards that aren't Searing Blow. So I think we're just going to lose the max HP. Not a huge deal. Okay. We could upgrade our cards. It says upgrade on it, right? All of our cards are currently unupgraded, except for Searing Blow, and Feel No Pain, I guess. So it does hit a lot of upgrades. The issue with taking that is that sometimes you just die, because all your health goes away. We also have a regen pot, which suddenly becomes useless. But we get Searing Blow up to 12. Get up to 13 here. We also turn off our Eternal Feather. I think Eternal Feather is probably even more convincing than Burning Blood. So I don't think we're going to do it. Okay, so we're just going to do the normal thing, fight by some Act 1. I guess I'll double tap my headbutt, sure. And try to hit the defend with the True Grit. Hey, we did. We can double tap headbutt again. Double tap headbutt and strike. Seems fine. Armaments blocks the damage return. I know, right? I always think about... oh, we're losing packets. Looks pretty stable to me. Maybe it's on your end. The number is 476 packets lost, so I did notice that it was like 100 earlier, so maybe those all came recently. It's not moving, though. Double tap Searing Blow is lethal. We do take, like, what, like 3 damage in return, but that's fine. Wing Boots, huh? And an Evolve Plus. A backup Evolve, huh? We really, really need some way to get statuses. I mean, we got them for free in the Heart Fight, for free, but... Hey, Payload. I'm doing great. We're having a Searing Blow deck. Maybe this Wing Boots can get us more fires. That's something we're interested in. Surprisingly, no. Not immediately, anyway. I guess we could do fire, fire, fire. That's fun. Just dodge this guy. He's like, wait, but I thought we were going to fight. No. Or we could just go here, here, and then come back there. And then go get an extra elite. Yeah, I mean, I've taken the normality one, but because, like, I had Omamori or something, right? There's some decks in which normality is not like a death sentence too. There's like if you like got what is it, Pocket Watch from Niao. Sometimes you like build around only playing 3 cards a turn. So normality is like, oh, okay. Okay, we'll take Evolve. It's really, really good in the Spire Elite fight. It doesn't do much until then. It's good in Time Lord, and it's okay in Donudeka. It's a backup. Do we ever use a charge right now? Go to this question mark, or that question mark, or this question mark. Those are all options. If we do a fight, all of the options after that are fights. So if we get hurt in the fight, there's nothing we can really do. I think I like just the jujitsu dodge of this elite. I guess what we could do is go here, here, and then there. And then we could get an extra fire here, and then still fight the elite. Yeah, let's do that. That's a lot of fires. So we're going normally to here, and then here, here, there. So that's 1, 2 charges. We'll get these 2 fires, and then at some point we go back over. Yeah, okay. We got 3 charges. It's a resource. We should use it. Okay. Probably don't want to headbutt anything. So I guess we'll headbutt first. I'll headbutt him. He's buffing, so he's the biggest threat. We might be in a bit of trouble for this fight, because we really just do like one big chunk of damage, and that's not a very good approach for this fight. Clothesline, the line is probably Clothesline, Disarm, True Grit, and then Clothesline does 12 damage. These guys, both the guys who are attacking, who would want to weaken, both have 12 blocks, so I guess it doesn't really matter who we target. I think we're going to just put both of them on him. I'll drink this regen pot. I'm actually going to Armaments a Strike here. Because Searing Blow is already doing plenty of damage. We don't need to upgrade that more. The max block is Armaments, Defend, True Grit. So I guess I'll do that. We're taking a ton of damage though. Double tap strike is lethal on somebody. So it's like double tap strike, armaments defend. Armaments defend blocks for 13, so we can kill him, block him out. Okay. We're going to a ton of fires after this, so we don't. The damage is not like we don't. As long as we survive, we should be fine. Bash Clothesline could kill this Darklight. And then if we draw a Searing Blow next turn... Oh wait, no, he's coming back. Oh wait, no, we just killed him? Sorry, did they spend a... They spend a turn dead, right? I guess regardless, we need to block this turn. We can't just take 17. Okay, see you later, Sir Artemal. We should probably headbutt, Searing Blow headbutt. So that kills him and blocks for a bunch. Then we could get it back. And I guess block for 8 is more than 7. If we upgrade Headbutt, it's lethal. So we can finally get out of the fight. Yeah, that's a tough fight for Searing Blow deck. We got through it. Finally, our first wound generator shows up. Been looking for one of those all run. We have 2 copies of Evolve and a medical kit. Is that a good enough justification to take Medical Strike? Or, Medical Strike. I love it. Medical Strike. I think that it is. Are we going to get to 25 cards? If we get to 25 cards, we heal for a bunch extra. So if we pick a card from this one, we get a bunch of healing out of it. Alright, we want to stay on the path here. Alright. Couple of jaw worms, just jawing around. Alright, max block is Clothesline, True Grit. Let's try and get some extra damage. I guess we're playing all the cards. I'll upgrade the Wild Strike. Are we dying here? We need something to happen here. They are attacking for 17 plus 22 is 39, plus 9 is 48. We're blocking for 5. So we have 32 effective health, which is way too low. I don't know if any powers save us. But I guess we'll emergency drink. Dark Embrace, nothing is getting exhausted this turn, so we can't draw and look for outs. I guess if we get Dark Embrace on one and Corruption on the other one, then Armaments exhausts. Okay. Hey, we did! Oh my goodness. Okay. Do we want to play Blessing the Forge? I don't think there's any particular reason to do that. Actually... Okay, so one of the ways that we win here is if we play Wild Strike, get the wound on the very top of the deck, and then Evolve draws us 2 cards. So we'll go ahead and Blessing of the Forge here too. The Armaments is going to be exhausted, so we won't feel no pain to block for us. And we want Evolve to be down in case we draw a status. Is that right? We could draw Searing Blow, which would block for a lot. We have equal chance of drawing the Wound and the Searing Blow. Searing Blow blocks for 22. If we block for 22, do we die? So the remaining damage is 26. We do not die. If we draw the Wound, we're almost certainly surviving, because we draw like a bunch more cards and exhaust a bunch more things. So both of them are surviving, but Searing Blow is a loss if we play Evolve first, and Wound is a loss if we don't play Evolve. I think we save more health if we play the Evolve and get the Wound, but it is a Searing Blow deck. Let's see, how many cards are there effectively over here? So all the statuses don't count because we have corruption, so when we draw them, we will exhaust them. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 terminal cards. If we get Headbutt or Bash, do we survive? I didn't think about Bash before. Bash blocks for 9 and we die. Same thing with Strike. If we draw Strike, it blocks for 9 and we take... I'm assuming this is dying, right? It's 39 damage. I guess it depends on how many blocks we get before it. We also do get the 4 block from Ascender's Bane at the end of the turn. So we're blocking for 9 right now, and it could be much more if we draw like True Grit and all the defends. Alright, so since the terminal card, since 2 of the 5 terminal cards cost 2, Bash and Searing Blow, and both of them do meaningful things, right? Searing Blow blocks for 22, Bash blocks for 9. I think I will favor not playing Evolve. And then if our terminal card ends up being Wound, then we're just sad. But we made the right decision. I think we survived that. Yeah, we do. Okay. Well. Sure. Ooh, we still didn't draw Searing Blow. We probably can just force draw it here, though, because we have 4 cards in hand that exhaust. So we most likely draw it, and Wound gets us there, too. Alright, so let's exhaust some cards. Let's go find it. Which one of them are we killing this turn? He's buffing, so we're killing him, so we'll disarm this one. Okay, there it is. So we kill you, and then headbutt the Searing Blow back. Okay, we made it. We can't play anything now, because we would draw the Searing Blow. Very stressful encounter there, but I think now that we've made it through that, we probably are making it to the bosses, because the rest of the way we're just gonna fly around all over the place and heal up. Or at least we're making it to Act 3 Mega. Warcry Plus? Yeah, okay. Ooh, sorry. That's gonna be a ban. D person for 1K. RIP. Warcry it does help us find Searing Blow, and it doesn't reduce our effective hand size, which is normally my objection to Warcry, but this one's upgraded. It does cost us cards against Time Lord. We are facing Time Lord. I think we're probably fine against Time Lord, though, given that we do damage in just massive chunks. We're already super card efficient. So I think I'll take a Warcry. It says exhaust on it. We did actually get up to 25 cards, so we are getting extra healing from Eternal Feather too. And of course, extra Searing Blow upgrades. So we're going to get up to 15 naturally. Which is pretty nuts. I've definitely never been this high. I think we don't open this because of Cursed Key. And curses are pretty bad. We've got everything we need. Alright, 15, 177 damage. That is a big old Searing Blow. Let's see if it's good enough to kill Strength Rectomancer. But first, a word from our sponsor, the Maw. I don't know. I guess we want to block next turn. That's a good point. He does have a lot of really quite glorious teeth, I have to say. He's really been doing a wonderful job flossing. Flossing all the bits of adventure out of his mouth. This message brought to you by the Maw Enterprises. Don't go outside in Act 3. It's dangerous. Okay. Double Armaments Searing Blow seems good. Yeah, he clearly invests a lot of his image in the upkeep of his teeth, right? I mean, his name's the Maw, right? He's all about his Maw. Headbutt gets us our Searing Blow back. Defends, reduce the damage a little bit. I guess I'll play Wild Strike for fun. Oh, that was a mistake. Now I'm not guaranteed to get my Searing Blow. Oh wait, yeah, I am. Whatever. Thunderclap. We do need a source of vulnerable. We've only have the Bash. I've been looking for a Shockwave. I can't currently see the Maw's feet. Doesn't he float? I thought he floated. Goodness gracious, 177. That is just a lot of damage. Sword Boomerang is good with Akabeko. It's also just garbage in the deck. I don't think we want any of these. He floats and has feet? Is that what you're saying? Oh, and has no feet. Oh. Well, now I'm confused. What do you mean? Alright, let's not screw up the Exploders this time. Let's kill him. I think we're going to Armaments our Intimidate. So that we get extra turn of weak. If we headbutt, then we can't Warcry, right? We'd have to wait for Warcry. So I guess... I guess I'm just going to headbutt True Grit. What could Warcry get us? Nothing super impressive. Oh, we could have played it just for 4 block, though. Oh well. Alright, max block here is Armaments Defend. If we double tap Bash, and then we play Weak Potion, he does actually get weakened, which blocks it for a little bit. Which I guess I'll take. We're about to go fight a Mega Elite. Maybe we need the Weak Pop. Don't want to take 11 either, though. Couldn't you have done 12 there with strikes? Could I have? If so, I just missed it. Here, I'm going to restart the fight, mostly to see what if the thing you're talking about was there, but also because I took extra damage on one of the turns. I don't remember exactly which turn, which makes it tricky to rewind the fight, but I think I remember what I did every turn, so it doesn't really matter. Oh, that's right, I could have exhausted the thing. Okay, so then we exhaust the Warcry first for 4 block. And then we Searing Blow the strong one. And then headbutt the Searing Blow. And trigger it. For extra block. Yeah, it looks like you're right. There was a... Oh wait, did I do something different? Because he's at 17 now. I must have done something different. Did I headbutt the wrong target or something? Either way, I think the right thing to do is this and that. Maybe. Makes sense. Okay. I mean, I did do the fight slightly differently because I did play the Warcry, so maybe the hand was different for some reason. I think I will double tap Bash and Weak Pop. Maybe we double tap Wild Strike, double Evolve, because then we get 2 wounds and we draw a bunch of cards. Maybe get back to Searing Blow. Also do 24 damage. Yeah, I do want to save the potion, I think. Really concerned about that health total, though. We're in big trouble here. Although that helps a lot. Alright, we blocked out. Now we're just waiting for Searing Blow. And there it is. No on all these, I think. Searing Red is kind of interesting. Seeing Red. I just don't think it does enough in the deck. We don't have an X cost card or anything. We very rarely need more energy. Alright, let's see it. At one of those campsites I should have recalled. I guess I have to recall here. I didn't think about it. It is indeed Strength Reptomancer. So the pressure's on. I think we're playing everything but Bash. So we'll have Trigger, sorry, the Bash. Actually, we'll have Armaments go on Disarm, in case she's multi-attacking next turn. Because we don't need the targeting for the thing. I think this is the turn we die, unfortunately. Unless we... Oh my god, we have Lethal. Wow, Searing Blow does a lot of damage. Holy cow. Right? 185 leaves her with 13 health. Headbutt Strike. Yep. That is, we needed every bit of that. Jeez. Thanks, Mabank, for showing up on floor 47. Wow. I cannot believe we got there on that one. I thought for sure Strength Reptomancer was the end. Alright, well now it's smooth sailing to the bosses. Ghostly armor? We are so light on block. We've just been counting on killing people with Searing Blow super quick. Nah, I don't think I can pick that. Okay. Tesseract. Okay, so what are we looking for? Panacea would be nice because we have a speed pot and a flex pot. We could find Apotheosis, obviously. Apotheosis would be insane. Since literally all of our cards are unupgraded except for Searing Blow. And I guess the cards that we found upgraded, like Feel No Pain. And Evolve Plus and Warcry Plus. We could also find like Dark Shackles, just other generically good cards. Cards that block. Our health we're pretty sensitive about. We're gonna heal for 15. So we're gonna go from 39 to 54. 54 is not super comfortable for doing 2 boss fights. We can't rest here, we have to recall. We actually went without resting the entire run, too. Secret weapon, that's true. I actually think I'm probably going to take the second option. There are some really good options. Plus, there's a lot of cards that block their colorless. It'd be really nice to get some quality block. So if we're at 54 versus 49, I don't know if that's ever really costing us the run. Being at 54 versus 44, though, I think might. Yeah, I should probably take the first option. Yeah, I'll take the second one. Gotta live a little bit, right? Purity? That's an interesting idea. Yeah, these are garbage. Okay, so we're definitely skipping the second one. I don't think Panache is happening. Mayhem is like, you draw an extra card per turn, basically. It's quite bad for Time Lord, though, and Time Lord is our first boss. Purity can block for so much with Feel No Pain, but we already have 2 copies of True Grit. I think we're full on Purity effects. Why did you say True Grit Searing Blow? I have both of those cards. I think we're okay here. Alright, well that was disappointing. And I guess we're taking the recall. Risking our life for the chance of getting to Act 4. I think we just pass here. We don't have to do anything. Warcry could find us Searing Blow, and then we would armaments it. But it could also just find us nothing. I guess if we Warcry and we don't find Searing Blow, we can put armaments on top. And then we have both block and an armaments effect for next turn. Okay. Disarm is nice. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah. You're talking about Mayhem. Top of the drop pile. I think I want to armaments to disarm and play clothesline. So I kind of wish I didn't have to put any of these on top. I guess I'll put a defend on top. I'm actually going to skip the clothesline. We've got a weak potion if we need that. Every card counts. Alright, there's the Searing Blow. We've got Searing Blow and Headbutt together at last. And I think we do use the weak potion and True Grit. Alright, great, he's defending. He has no idea. Okay, so presumably this kills him, or this splits him, right? So we're like, Armaments, Searing Blow, Feel No Pain? Or we could just play Searing Blow. Leave ourselves with 5 time left. No headbutts left though, so we're gonna have to go to the next shuffle, no matter what we do. Very concerning lack of block for next turn, but I guess he's not attacking next turn, he's healing. How about just Searing Blow, Feel No Pain? The only card in here that exhausts is the Intimidate, and I guess the... is he about to shuffle the... No, he's about to debuff me. So if we get it up to 16, it gets to 19 extra damage, it goes up to 196. He's only healing to 240. I guess the 19 damage is pretty relevant. Okay, I think we're gonna play nothing. We're getting exactly these cards next turn. We want to play 3 of them to block. It's probably like Intimidate, Defend, Bash or something. Okay. Intimidate's always happening. Do ever speed pot for just 1 defend? We have no statuses, so there's no big advantage to playing Evolve. If we play Bash, the Searing Blow can be lethal next turn. We just play Bash and defend. Yeah, Evolve, I guess, would have drawn some extra cards there. I didn't see the slimes in the discard. Did he, like, just put them in and then we drew them immediately? Yeah, I guess that must be what happened. He put slimes in and then we immediately drew them. It's so awkward. Okay. We have to block as much as we can. So he's threatening to kill us. I think this is the speed pot now. So we like speed pot, defend, True Grit. Is that even enough? Are we dead? No, we're alive. Okay. This doesn't do anything, except advancing the clock. Uh, 34 is a lot of damage. That is not enough block. We'll grab. I guess I was supposed to play one of those Evolves. Seemed like it was a win. We got a really bad shuffle, I guess. Definitely could have been a win. We were going into the... I don't know if we're really getting through 2 boss fights with what is it? What was it, like 49 health? That was pretty sketchy. But we definitely could have. I think we were better at Act 4 than Act 3 bosses, probably. We were really good at Act 4. Searing Blow gets a lot of easy damage caps against the heart. We had a medical kit for Act 4 elites and for the heart. Maybe we should have tried to do less Feel No Pain evolved stuff. It never really paid off. We could have probably trimmed the deck down by 5 cards-ish. Got Warcry and stuff. We really never found, there's like a couple of cards we could have really used. We could have used like, Impervious would have been really nice. That card that blocks for 15 and gives you 2 wounds in hand would have been amazing. Any copies of the block and draw card would have been nice, but we didn't even get offered any, even though it's a common. Maybe getting rid of more strikes would have been good. I don't know, we got a Searing Blow plus 15, right? Like, we can't have done too badly. But it wasn't quite enough.